Hello, this is Gina Lazenby. Welcome. I'm talking to Polly Tomlinson, leading homeopath and author of the #1 best-selling book, Homeopathy 101. And Polly came to the Healthy Home Retreat last September to host one of her retreats. It went really well, didn't it, Polly?
It was amazing. Yeah, it was brilliant. Thank you, Gina.
And it was just a women's retreat, wasn't it? It was just, and what would you call it? Nourish Soul, was it a...
Yeah, we called our retreat company Nourish Soul Retreats, and this one was a reboot retreat, which is the title we've given to our shorter retreats. So they're just designed to take place over a weekend.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're a really busy person, which a lot of people seem to be, you can afford to hopefully take out Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, and then perhaps get back to what you need to get back to on the Monday morning if you have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, we called it reboot because it's like rebooting yourself quite quickly, like you would a computer, really.
Yeah. And what was the experience like being in the Healthy Home in the retreat in the Yorkshire Dales?
It was amazing. I mean, the house was perfect. I came to view it because I was trying to find somewhere that was going to sit well with me to hold, a retreat in, and I knew what I wanted it to be like. I wanted it to be comfortable. I wanted it to be homely. I didn't want it to be too much like a show house where you didn't feel like you could sit down and relax, and the Healthy Home just ticks all those boxes for me, so it was perfect. The kitchen was great and the dining room was great. The big space that we used for yoga and meditation, everything was wonderful. And we made great use of the conservatory as well to do our healing workshops, which were fantastic.
Wonderful. And this week that we're talking is actually International Stress Awareness Week. And since you've had that retreat, you've booked 3 more. So you obviously see, a demand there among your clients or potential clients for them to take this space to relieve stress. So what are you seeing? And perhaps what's the shift or change or the increase of need?
Yeah, I mean, I've been practicing homeopathy for 20 years plus now. And I would say 90% of people who come and see me are women.
Yeah.
And an awful lot of women come with maybe a particular problem. The problem that they write down on the form that they come and see me about is the thing that they walk through the door with. But the underlying issue, 9 times out of 10, is because they're out of balance because of so much stress in their lives.
Right.
And I'm seeing more and more and more of this role overwhelm, as I call it, where one minute you've got a hat on that you're a mum, the next minute you've got your wife hat on, the next minute you've got your career hat on, and we're playing all these different roles in our lives, and we're not having any time left actually for ourselves at the end of it. And a lot of people are suffering with adrenal stress or similar sort of illnesses, maybe gut-related illnesses, for example, and it's because we are so worn out and have this tendency, particularly as women, I feel, to put ourselves at the bottom of the stack. We look at everybody else's needs and wants, and we're right at the bottom. And it's not until we're literally on our knees we think, oh, I need to do something about this.
Yeah. I remember years ago, I suppose I had a major burnout, which, ground to a halt 25 years ago plus. And I don't think the concept, if I'd looked, there was no internet then. If I'd looked, I don't know whether I would have found a retreat. But it does seem, we're increasingly at the Healthy Home Retreat getting a lot of retreat bookings and people coming back. So people are seeing the benefits of taking these 2 days, aren't they? Because it does take longer than 2 days to write what you're talking about, adrenal fatigue. But it's a step in the right direction, isn't it? Does that time taking like 48 hours, 72 hours away help you bring on new habits?
I think it does, because some of the workshops that I do with the ladies at the retreat are based around self-kindness, self-love and self-compassion. And if we don't kind of look at our habits and maybe write them down and realise how little attention we're paying to ourselves, then we don't realise how off the mark we are and how we can make some little changes. And so I get people to write a little list of things that they can start to do when they go home. And it might only be to commit to 2 minutes a day, every day, just to start to create some nice new habits for ourselves. And everybody really took that on board and took that homework really away with them to make some little changes in their lives.
Yeah, you're right. Just small shifts, isn't it? I think I have myself fallen into the trap of wanting a big answer to a big problem. What's the big thing I can do? But in actual fact, it is these little things, isn't it? And they all add up. So then when you look back and see, you actually have made a change by these small things, and it's a lot more palatable, isn't it?
Yeah, baby steps and baby steps. They
Yeah,
just build up, as you say, and then they eventually do make a big shift.
yeah.
Yeah.
And nutrition's a really large part of what you do with people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Feeding them well over the weekend, teaching them about food. And your daughter Charlie, you work with her. What's that like? She's is
Yeah,
she a chef, a nutrition chef?
she's done a lot of traveling around while she was at university, and she became vegan first of all, and then she learned about how to cook, how to make fermented foods and all those kind of things, and then got really interested in herbs and what herbs were used for. And then when she came back from her travels and she was talking to me, we kind of realized that she hadn't tapped into the knowledge that I had, having dealt with medicinal plants for 20 years. And we thought, now we can bring this together. We can use this knowledge to make something really special. So we try and do vegan food, but we also bring the healing element of the food into it as well. So that's a really important part of the, of the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's a good way for people. I think a lot of people would like to be vegan, or they'd like to be maybe vegetarian, but they don't know what to cook. And they think, yeah, I'm going to just eat lettuce every day. Is that going to be it? I can't do it. But when you come on a retreat and you have 3-course meals and they're all absolutely outstanding, and you realize what you can actually have, it makes you think, maybe I could incorporate a bit more of this into my life. Yes. So one lady, for example, who came on the retreat, she's now gone vegetarian 5 out of 7 days a week of the week, which is a really big step for her. She's a real meat eater, and she's decided that she can do it in the week for now and see how she gets along with that. So just steps like that are really amazing, that somebody's got a message and decided to make a change in their life, and that's really what makes me want to do it. And to move from this, one-to-one, where you're in a consultation room with one person, to speaking to more people at a time, which you can do more in a retreat environment.
And I think it's also a benefit for the participants, isn't it? Rather than just, as you say, the one-to-one, being with a group of other people who have the same problems as you, the same time restraints or the same fears, and then finding you're not alone, or learning from other people, the small things that they've done. I think that's helpful as well. Being in a community for, the space of a weekend of a week is another push forward, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was really interesting how the age group was quite varied. So we had some really young people in their 20s on the retreat, and then maybe I was one of the oldest, now 50. So it's quite a good age spread. But we were all learning from each other, and not necessarily always the youngsters learning from the older ones. It works both ways. So really great. Yeah,
that is great. Whenever I've shown up as a teacher, I've also shown up as a student, because there's all sorts of little things you can learn, especially from young people who have a different take on things, and particularly, what they can glean on social media. I've actually seen some great photographs that you posted from the food. So good luck with the retreats next year. We look forward to welcoming you back to the Healthy Home, and let's see who steps out and takes some time for themselves.
Well, we've got 7 out of 10 places booked for January already, so it's definitely in demand. So we're looking forward to coming back.
Oh, well done. Great. Look forward to seeing you. Okay.
Thanks, Sheila.